How's it going, everybody? This is Beat the Bush. Today I'm going to review these Gardenreet landscape lights. You can get these in different quantities, including 1, 4, 6, 8, 10, or 12. They measure from the ground point to the bottom of the light about 20 inches tall. Solid brass, and the ones you see here are in antique bronze. These are LED bulbs. Comes in 2700K, which is a warmer tone. It also comes in 4000K or 5000K. The ones you see here is 2700K. It's kind of like a warmer yellowish tone. These are solid brass. It's quite heavy, and because of that, it's a little bit more expensive than other typical landscape lights. They're IP65 rated, so rain on it all you want. Let me go back and unbox this and show you how it's installed. This is a 6-pack of the Gardenreet landscape lights. These are the bulbs. There's one of them here. They look like a solid clear plastic, but if you press them a little bit, they're actually gel-like. There's one bulb in here, another one in here. Turns out this one has 4 pieces in it. There's a stake. Nothing else inside. This is a pretty hefty duty stake. There's some threads for you to screw it in. The wire can come out of this triangle. These are actually watertight screw-on nuts. If you look carefully, it says not for reuse. There's actually glue inside, so by the time you put the connection in, it'll make them waterproof. Here's the top hat piece. It's actually very solid. It's quite heavy. The bottom here, there's another piece of brass, all metal and threaded. At the bottom, there's also kind of like a white paint enamel, some glue for weather sealing. And this cover here, it feels frosted on the front, but rather smooth from the inside. And that's it. It's just a solid piece of metal. We have this pole and also the instruction manual. I've refolded the leads to 1-foot sections. There's 6 of them, which means it's 6 foot or 72 inches long. The ends have a little piece of insulation not pulled off. This is to help so that it doesn't fray. You pull this off right before you put on the tie screws. The threads are very even and high quality. The brass finish between the pole and the hat area looks very similar. There's a grommet here for waterproofing. The base of this is a ceramic material. There's a usual fiberglass cover. Usually I see this kinds of light bulb mounts for halogen light bulbs. I guess these LED light bulbs gets pretty hot as well. So let's plug that in here. There's no direction to it. There we go. It just sits right on top. And then we can just screw that in. Thread the wire through. Hold on to the wire and then twist around. Tighten it. And there we go. Open up a second one. Stake again, the brass hat, 2 more of these glue-filled wire ties, the pole with the 72-inch lead, fairly good matching in color. This is a G4 type LED bulb. It's in a T shape, so there's 8 LEDs in each 90-degree corner. The bottom even has some electronics. There's an inductor, capacitor, there's a chip in there, all encapsulated in this gel-like material. I'm gonna plug it into a power supply. Each of these are 3-watt LED lamps. This warmer color is a bit more inviting. Let me put the cover on. I turned the other lights away so we can see what this one looks like. Looking at it from below, the frosted lens really helps in blending all the light together. It seems it's just one single bulb inside. And also the white paint matters a lot because this helps in reflecting all the light back down. These fixtures does not come with a power supply. You have to buy your own. I'm using this SunV 60-watt power transformer. It can easily power up to 16 of these lights because these are each 3 watts each. You also need to buy some low voltage cabling. This is a 14 gauge 2 conductor. You only need 14 gauge if you're going 100 feet or more. If you're wiring less than 100 feet, you only need 16 gauge. Let me show you guys how to wire these up. I need 48 inches between each light. I'm gonna daisy chain these lights. Although it's already stripped right here, I'm gonna cut it at about 6 inches. Strip the wire. Strip the wire on the main cable. There's no polarity to it, so just twist them together on both sides. And twist on these waterproof twist nuts. Just insert them in and just keep on turning them. There's a little bit of glue that's spewing out right there. This will make it waterproof. Do this to the other one. And now this is a finalized connection. This is the first one. We'll daisy chain the second one. Measure out 6 inches of cable. And instead of tying 2 together, we tie yet another one. 3 sets of cables. Twist 3 of the cables together. Put on one of the screw nuts. Put on the other screw nut. Connecting the third one, you'll feel the threads inside catch on and they'll feel like a little bit harder to twist until finally when you twist at the end, it resists you a lot and it won't twist any further. That's how you want them. From the power supply, I need to run about 26 feet of wiring before it gets to the first light. We'll attach one side to the transformer and the other side to the first light. Screw on the first one, screw on the second one. Now we attach the lights to these posts here. Loosen the screws, strip the wire, twist, fold, and put it in. Tighten. Plug it in. Turn on the lights by pushing it once. If we go to auto, there is light right now. So if we cover it, it'll turn on immediately, about 1 second or so. But if the light comes back, it needs about 1 minute of light before it will turn off. For the countdown modes, 2, 4, 6, 8, or 10 hours, if we switch to that, when the sun goes down, like so, the light will turn on, but it will only turn on for 2 hours before turning off. For example, if the sun goes down at 8 and we have it on the 2-hour setting, it'll turn off at 10 p.m. So quite handy for setting the preference on the light that you want to be on, taking into account the sunlight with this photo sensor. All these lights are already pre-wired. I've dug holes 42 inches apart already. All we have to do is make sure it's straight, jam it in there, and we can bury the wire around 3 inches in the ground. But for now, I'm just gonna put the dirt in here, and let me do that to the rest of them. Now let's light. They're actually about knee height, quite tall. Pretty good stability once the whole thing's in there. It'll settle in some more with rain or water. And when you compare the color of all of them, it matches quite well. They look like they're a set. So let's come back to this at nighttime. Before it's turned on, it's all dark and dim. But after putting it in, it's all lit up. When you walk by, it's not blinding or anything. All the light is pointed downwards and it has this soft yellow glow. If you guys are interested in getting a set of these, maybe in different color or different numbers even, check out my affiliate link down in the video description below. Thanks for watching this video. Until next time.